So this is the equipment that I'm going to be taking with me on a 2-week trek through the hills of Wales. Firstly, I've got a solar charger here, and I'm going to keep that on the back of my rucksack. That doesn't have a battery with it, so I'll use this, which holds about 7 charges of my phone. So then that will just plug into the back here, keep that on the back of my rucksack, and hopefully that will keep me topped up. I don't know if there'll be enough sun or enough power to really keep me going the whole time, but we'll see. And you know, if I stop off at a town or something, I can always charge up to get some more juice. I've got a nice lightweight Bluetooth keyboard. I've got 3 different SIM cards to try and get the best of the reception in Wales. I've got music and films and some TV series and things when I get bored. I've got I bought all of the Ordnance Survey Land Ranger maps, and I've got a nice walking app to show me all of those maps as I'm going along. So it's really, the phone is actually really important. It's not just for entertainment, but also I'm going to be tweeting and blogging as well, and just for my own entertainment, because I'm a geek and I program all the time. I like to have a command line. So I'm just going to show you how I do my blogging. So what I've done is install Debian on this Android phone, and because Android is already Linux, it uses the Linux kernel. Then you can use something called change root, which is essentially using native Debian libraries on top of the Linux kernel. So it's a very lightweight way of running another operating system within Android. You don't need to use a virtual machine or anything like that. So we'll just start up Debian here, and this is a very lightweight version of Debian without any graphical user interface. So it is, all it has is the command line. So so it starts up an SSH server, and then I can log into the Debian operating system with SSH. The text is very small because you can fit a lot on the screen. You probably can't read it. I can barely read it myself. So I've installed a bunch of software, and I've installed Ruby, I've installed Git, I've installed Vim. So if we get Vim up, before we do that, actually, let's open up Tmux. So Tmux gives me some kind of tabbing, kind of, you know, so I can have Vim running here, and then in another terminal I could be doing my command line and stuff, so I can have a look at Git status, and there's some things changed, ready to be committed and pushed up to my server. So so if we have a look at my Vim, I've added some modifications to Vim to make it behave more like Sublime Text. So I can do Control P and find I've got a draft blog post. Here. So let's do some. So this is in Markdown. I'm using Jekyll, a static site generator. So we'll put a title here. Then let's save it. Let's go. Does that get saved? then we can start up Jekyll. So I'm running Jekyll server, and then what that does is generates the site from what I've written and starts up a little server, a web server on port 4000. So there we are, port 4000. So then I can open up my browser, go to localhost 4000, look at this, so here it is. I've just made this one. So there we are, walking, alright, I'll put 2 titles there. So that's running locally on my phone. So I can look at my blog post and see if it's alright. So we go back to my Debian install. Let's open up another terminal. And we can do my git status. So there's a new blog there. I can do git commit, then git push up to my server, and that will publish a new blog post. Alright then, that's how much of a geek I am, and that's what I'm going to be doing whilst walking the entire height of Wales through the mountains over 2 weeks. So look out for my blog posts.